How is it going, everybody? This is Sean Barnes. I want to welcome you to episode 66 of The Way of the Wolf. On the show today, we're going to be talking about how to inspire and influence people. Now, this usually comes into play whenever you start thinking about business and teams, but this can also come into play in your personal lives when you're talking to friends or family. Whenever I think about influencing people, my goals and objectives are trying to inspire and influence them to become the best versions of themselves. So today, I'm going to be talking about 5 tips and tricks on how to influence others. Having an aptitude for influence doesn't always come easy. We have to have some intentionality and put a concerted effort into developing and honing those skills. So hopefully these tips that I'm going to share with you today will help you going forward. The first one that I want to talk about is building trust and being consistent. You have to have that trust before you can do anything else. You do this by building a rapport with an individual, coming to the table and having a genuine concern for their well-being or genuinely wanting them to be successful. If that genuineness or that desire for them to be successful isn't there, people are going to pick up on it. You have to act with authenticity. People are going to pick up on that. And that's really what it comes down to. There's a lot of other things that come into building trust, but first that has to occur. Being present and connected. This is also something that I see it a lot in meetings and conference rooms and things like that, where not everybody's always engaged. Sometimes they're playing on their phone, scrolling through and kind of halfway listening. This is especially detrimental if it is a one-on-one conversation. Man, I can't stress this enough. If you are having a one-on-one conversation with an employee of yours, a boss or peer, you have to be engaged and focused in the moment. Speaking of one-on-one conversations, whenever you sit down and have that conversation, I want you to listen to understand, not listen to respond. This occurs sometimes when a person in a management role thinks they're right all the time, or they have an ego, or they think that whoever is coming in doesn't know what they're talking about. As a leader, you've got to listen to your employees. You've got to take the time and make sure you understand where they are coming from, why they feel the way they feel in these conversations. Once you do that, you will likely have a better understanding of what's going on, where their head is at. I'm sure you've all heard the quote, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. Spend more time listening than you do talking. Next is going to be educate and encourage. Once you find yourself in a leadership role and you are no longer an individual contributor, you are now focused on becoming a force multiplier. What that means is all of those skills that you have honed and refined throughout your career, you now have to learn how to pass those on to those around you. That can be tricky. I see leaders sometimes that will struggle with, well, if this person knows how to do my job, then what's the purpose of my job? I can be let go. That's not how it works, at least not in my experience. When you start building those around you, all ships rise with the tide. And if you're leading that team, people are going to see what's going on. People are going to see the growth and development that occurs in all of those around you. The last one I want to touch on is challenging and encouraging. This is something that I truly love. I really enjoy challenging people to get them to accomplish what they're capable of accomplishing, because people don't like stepping out of their comfort zone. It's just not something that we're good at. For the most part, we just want to sit here. Hey, I just want to do my thing. And if I work hard enough doing my thing, I'll achieve success. I'll get that raise. I'll get that promotion. That's not how it works. As a leader, whenever you take the time to challenge someone, to push them out of their comfort zone, they're not going to like it at first. They're going to clam up. But if you're there to guide them and push them and keep nudging them forward, they're going to see it, especially if you genuinely want to see them succeed. They're going to pick up on it. They're going to realize, hey, Sean is doing this to help me out. He's not doing it to get himself a raise, to make himself look better. He genuinely wants me to be better. Every member of your team should think that way about you. And if not, you have to reevaluate yourself as a leader and make sure that you're coming to the table with the right intentions. When you tie all of these things together, it creates an environment where you are able to more easily influence and inspire people to become their best, to inspire the team to perform at much higher levels than normally expected. All right, that's really it for today. It's going to be a little bit of a shorter episode. I just wanted to touch on these 5 things: building trust, being present, listen to understand, not to respond, education, and challenging them. When you tie all this stuff together, that's when the magic happens. That's when you garner this ability to influence people to become the best versions of themselves. For all of you listening, for all of you watching this on the channel, I can't thank you enough for all of your support. So close to 100 subscribers on the YouTube channel now. If you have not gone to the YouTube channel, just go check out youtube.thewaythewolf.com. Usually on the YouTube videos, I'll add in some extra clips, some extra images, and some bonus content. So if any of you, even if you're sitting at your office listening to the podcast, I would encourage you, go to the YouTube channel and you get a little bit of extra bonus content. That is all I have for you today. Thank you so much, and y'all have a good one.